and their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Play action. It's Wilson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Kwity Paye able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Well, this defense for the Colts, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
Here's McDonald to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. It's McDonald. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. They'll go play action with McDonald. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. Fourth down. They'll try and sneak it here. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, they'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
after the incompletion. Here now, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here's Rodgers to return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. McDonald sets to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find 2 unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here. 2 heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20. They ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
action. Now Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into Danger Russ. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Sitting at first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
The Colts on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson quickly to Kelsey. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Buying time to his touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
McDonald. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big play there for Indy. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run with Hines. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing is McDonald. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
On the Seahawks 4-yard line.
Off play action. McDonald. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. McDonald. And the pressure gets to him again. Alton Robinson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Wilson. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. Rolling to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, McDonald. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to let it go again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They go play action now. Wilson. It's caught by Sanders. That catch good for only a couple. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson flushed out right. The Sanders has got it complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. On 3rd down, Wilson. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with it.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for Indy. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Here's McDonald to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts gain a bit of respectability. Extra point by Sly is up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action. It's Wilson. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Sliding out of the pocket. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down and 4. Now it's Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Going up top. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there, and it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald, he'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They go play action with McDonald. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure.
And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Robert Tonyan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. McDonald sets to throw. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. Open man is Ross, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
McDonald escaping the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Play action. It's McDonald. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Here's Eason to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Alton Robinson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. He'll find Metcalf. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that.